What's that process of bringing in the voices of people and not just the business interest and the government interest? How do you make a city, which apparently Singapore is livable from almost everybody's perspective?
In 1960, when the British government left us, that was Singapore, dilapidated, poor and backward. Today in Singapore, I just highlight some of the things that we have achieved. Modern business center, public housing, and also very good external link in transportation system. You cannot achieve this if you don't look at a master plan. Urban planning has nothing to do with size of a country. It's everything to do with the cities themselves.
And the case of China, I think, it's a system that's creating capacity to deliver results for growth.
You referred to the private participation as well. And that's something I think we also need to look at in terms of spreading the entire message of capacity creation in the entire country.
The first attribute, which I think is very important, is that there are norms for capacity building. Officials at Director General level and above need to take training. It's mandatory. Certification requires candidates to pass tests, so it is competency-based and test determined. You have a system of certification, you have a system of maintaining that certification, so you've created a system.
Integrity of voter registration and lists, accuracy of lists, goes to the issue of legitimacy.
Why did we focus so much of our energy on voter lists in the United States? And what our research indicated was that voter lists are where many of the problems that occur throughout the electoral process originate.
This is clearly a fascinating example of how citizens can also feel empowered in addition to feel that they're learning and participating.
Participatory budgeting is a decision-making process through which citizens deliberate and negotiate over the distribution of public resources. It also helps enhance the quality of democracy, encouraging the direct participation of citizens in open and public debates, which helps increase their knowledge of public affairs. It's creating true citizens. We did some research, and we found out that in Brazil, 70% of the participatory budgeting processes last at least 3 administrations and a political change. I believe in this. I think this is a very powerful idea.
This whole idea and this approach of coming to city systems for us is a journey that started more than 12 years ago. When we talk about governance, what are the details behind this word governance? Because that is ultimately where and how our bureaucrats and our political leaders will focus on saying what are the various spaces which requires intervention. And that's how we came up with our city systems approach.
The annual survey of India's city systems, or ASICS, is based on Janagraha's City Systems Framework.
This study was conceived to measure the quality of life indicators across 7 dimensions.
This inaugural event marked a strong beginning, with the annual survey of India's city systems already emerging as a frame of reference for conversations on fixing India's cities.
It's been about saying, can we come together as intellectual partners and engage on this incredibly complicated problem? If anybody has the hubris to think that they can solve this problem, they are so sadly mistaken. This is beyond our individual abilities to solve it.